In this video, I will show you how to create a new empty console application, add a source file, and build and run the application. To begin, create a new project by clicking on the File menu, click New, and then click Project. The New Project dialog box pops up to help select the type of application you plan on building in your project. From the Visual C++ project types, click Win32. Then click Win32 Console Application from the Visual Studio installed templates. Next, the project needs to be given a name. This project will be named ConsoleApp. By default, the solution that contains the project has the same name as the new project, though you can enter a different name. You can enter a different location for the project as well. However, for this walkthrough, we will stick with the defaults. In the Win32 Application Wizard, click Next to set the application settings. Here we want to select Empty Project. By selecting an empty project, no code will be generated for the project and no resource files, like headers, will be brought into the project automatically. We now have our solution with an empty project. I recommend having the Solution Explorer visible when starting on a project. If the Solution Explorer is not visible, you can click on it as an option from the View menu. To get started building our console application, we'll need to add a source file to the project. To do so, right-click on the Source Files folder in Solution Explorer, point to Add, and click New Item. You can also import an existing CPP file to the Source Files folder. Here you'll want to click on the Code node and select C++ file from the installed templates. Again, enter a file name. The location where the file will be saved defaults to the same directory as the project. We will stick with these default. Click Add. The CPP file appears in the Source Files folder in Solution Explorer, and a tabbed window appears where you type in the code. You are now set up to begin coding your console application. Click in the newly created tab in Visual Studio and type in a valid C++ program that uses the standard C++ library, or copy and paste one of the sample programs provided in the help. Remember that you are working with an empty project. Any support files or namespace declarations will need to be added as is appropriate for your project. For this walkthrough, I will write a very basic console application, and I will paste it in from where I have written it before. Once you have your C++ application written, you are ready to build and run your application. On the Build menu, click Build Solution. The output window displays information about the compilation process, such as the location of the build log and a message indicating that the build succeeded. This application built without errors. If your project did build unsuccessfully, walk through the errors shown in this output window. For more information on debugging your code, see the help or the MSDN documentation. This application is now ready to run. On the Debug menu, select Start Without Debugging. This application requires input from the user. After we provide input from the application, the project runs, and then says to hit any key to continue. Now we have successfully written a basic console application from an empty project using Visual C++ Express. For more information, please refer to the help or MSDN documentation.